coming up now, so can we hear it? Thank you.
I'm videoing this piece tonight for two reasons. The piece I'm going to do is about my father and today, not celebrating, marking. It was 20 years ago that he passed away, and so I have to do this poem tonight, and also I try to video it because this is the best backdrop you're ever going to get at a gig. So the poem is about my dad and his singing his party piece and everybody might know somebody who could bring the house down when they performed at some sort of get together, and was really no coming back for whoever the poor sod that was going to go next. But my dad's party piece was to sing a song called Goodbye, but it was better known by his generation as The Legion, because it was about a fella who was going off to join the French Foreign Legion. And back in the last century, the French Foreign Legion was a cure for several things, several ailments. If your heart was broken, you went off to join the French Foreign Legion. If you were on the run from the law, you went off to join the French Foreign Legion. If you were accused of being a coward, you went off to join the French Foreign Legion. If you wanted to kill yourself and you didn't have the guts, you joined the French Foreign Legion and they would oblige you. So the song was about that. It's a big rousing sort of marching song, and he would do it. So it's about me. When I think about him, I think about him doing the song, and I think about the reaction of my mother. My father's name was Dessie. My mother's name was Maureen. So she would be sort of quietly in the background and checking him out, making sure he was performing up to scratch. So the poem is called When Dessie Sang The Legion. There are still some times of day or year when the presence of absence is keen, and I am apt to miss most those leaning posts whereon I used to lean. But that creeping despair for what is no longer there, that pining for what once had been, can be turned to a cheer for what once was here. The wipes any sorry sight clean, and soon all shades of gloom by themselves are consumed, as from them I conjure the scene of Dessie singing the Legion, and the ill-concealed pride of Maureen at a wedding, a hoolie, a neasel, an anniversary silver or golden, where the good companionship and the far too frequent sip the sorriest of songsters did embolden for a bout of party pieces. An old sing-song in full swing as punch-drunk musical maulers came slugging it out in the ring. A reservoir of comic verse, overflowing with tragic misquotes. A permanent trusty bank of songs going bust with counterfeit notes. As a cheerful old Kamalia brought a tear to the glassiest eye, a voice as sweet as a tractor ploughed the fields of ashen rye. But I'd been there, I'd seen that, but I knew full well the redemption of taste was at hand, because Dessie would sing the Legion, and he'd put manners on the band. The microphone was like a magic wand. He waved like a spellbinding switch, turning musical Cinderellas from mere scullions of imperfect pitch. And for that moment they would remember what had made them want to play, as the first clear notes from Dessie blew their cobwebs clean away. For when Dessie sang the Legion, you felt, you dreamt, somehow your life had once been aimless, but you were in the army now. The slope disinclined from your shoulders, your back got a good dose of starch, you were filled with a strange inclination to go on a 50-mile march. As the organ grinder found the key and the drummer hit the beat, all standees stood to attention, all slouchers sat up in their seat. And when Dessie sang the Legion, everyone's posture improved. Men stared into the distance. Girls would be visibly moved. Waitresses would hesitate. Barmen stopped to think. And Dessie was singing the Legion. Nobody got a drink. For somewhere in the desert, Dessie's boots were full of sand. His heart was broke, but what care he? Should a voice was working grand. As for that scarlet one that ditched him, she could go dwell in huzzy hell. Sorry, gal, you blew it, and good enough for that Jezebel. Ah, but pity. Some poor unfortunate is due to sing just after. Dessie is singing the Legion, and he is winding it up to the rafters. He's dying, he's not knowing why, and for some far-flung fatherland, old-timers are cheering, white hankies appeared and being waved in each wrinkled old hand. He's goodbying. He's bowing and leaving the stand. Yeah, Dessie had sung the Legion, and the crowd were not tired of clapping as he ran the gauntlet to his seat in an ovation of backslapping, to sit at modest Maureen's side as modest as Punch was she. A nod and a wink between them declared, forget it, girls, he's with me. And that's just how I remember it. You can correct me if you dare. Dessie had sung The Legion. It was all downhill from there. Thank you very much.
Always, everybody, very good.